In the top stories, a new island could be constructed off Barbados, a former Prime Minister says government should reverse some of its policies, and Revellers warm up with Christ Church Carnival. Welcome to Nation News for Monday, June 9th, 2014. I'm Natasha Beckles. A 3-year-old Barbadian home and environment design company wants to build a 10-story business center off Barbados at a cost of around $200 million. Nancy Greenwich, Director of Engineering Services at Amunart Design Limited, says the idea is to construct the building on a small island which will be built with volcanic material from another Caribbean country. There is one problem, however. The company is not wealthy and it will have to rely on investors to pump millions of dollars into the venture. The company gave details of its plans during the big Barbados Manufacturers Exhibition BMEX, which is ending today at the Lloyd Erskine Sandifer Center. Shaka Mears was also at BMEX.
Another year of BMEX came and went this past weekend at the Lloyd Erskine Sandifer Center. Before the expo kicked into full swing, the Minister of Industry, International Business, Commerce and Small Business Development, the Honourable Donville Innes, in his address during the launch on Friday, commended those small businesses which persevered despite trying economic times and urged them to let determination and persistence become their hallmark. He went on to say that more action and less talk was required to move the manufacturing sector of Barbados forward.
We really don't need a lot of talk. We just simply need a little bit more action. And there are a few points to be acted upon as we work to move our manufacturing and industrial sectors forward. By June 30th this month, a team from the public and private sectors will commence work on designing a new suite of incentives for the manufacturing sector in Barbados. I'm deeply concerned that we may have outlived the usefulness of some, and we need to wrap our minds around what else we need to do collectively to ensure that our manufacturing sector has some new life breathed into it.
Also speaking at the launch, President of the Barbados Manufacturers Association, Mrs. Carleen Nichols, said that current thinking in the business sector must change in order to achieve greater success.
Our business models must change, and most critically, our thinking must change. We cannot think as small manufacturers. We must take a good look at our competitive potential and be brave enough to start on the road that will help us to self-actualize.
She concluded her statement saying that the manufacturing sector played a key role in the development of Barbados. This has been Shaka Mears, Nation TV.
Former Prime Minister Owen Arthur says government has to reverse the policies that have deprived the tourism sector of its ability to make returns for investors. And he believes skyrocketing utility rates is a good place to start. Mr. Arthur said increases of 60% and 65% in water and electricity might help those entities to make money for government, but they doomed hoteliers to failure. He made the comments during a Barbados Labour Party branch meeting at his St. Peter constituency yesterday. We've had carnivals in St. Philip, St. John and St. Peter, and today was the first Christ Church Carnival, which got off to a late start at Silver Sands. It went through a number of communities and ended at Watton. Taking part in the jump were Swerve, Pressure Point, Dominus with Masqueraded Fantasies, and the combined group of Below Rock Jammers and TS Strikers.
Everything is going fantastic. The bands are on the road. As you can see, people are having fun and they're behaving themselves well. So this is a first good effort for the Christ Church Carnival, and we expect many more in the future.
Very good so far. You know, a little soft start, but that is life, I'm sure. Certainly some of the racers have been already telling me that next year you can expect bigger things. So it has to be congratulated on the initiative, and we look forward to bigger and better. We want it to be a safe and enjoyable evening for everyone.
The firebug, which has hit many a cane field and pasture in recent months, struck again today. Motorists traveling along the Kingsland stretch of the ABC Highway were forced to drive especially cautiously as fire raged on the land to the west of Dighton Griffith School. The Eastern Caribbean Conference of Seventh-day Adventists is being praised for its efforts in promoting healthy lifestyles. Today, the group hosted a health expo at Queen's Park, where both church members and the public benefited from health checks, health food sampling, and information on how to maintain their health. Minister of Health Joan Boyce praised the SDA Church for their continued efforts and urged them to use their influence in the communities. Two of the island's biggest calypso tents pitched on Saturday night before large crowds of Kaiso lovers. Cape Shepherd All-Stars raised the curtains at Solidarity House with a cast that included the announcer, Miguel White, and Kid Sight. At the Old Fort of Hilton, Barbados, 6 former members of All-Stars made their debut with the headliner's tent. Among them was reigning Piccadilly Crop monarch and crowd favorite Ian Webster, along with Smokey Burke and Colin Spencer. In sport, 2 new volleyball champions were crowned on Saturday night when the Cooperators Junior Knockout Finals climaxed before a big crowd in Warrens. In the women's final, Jim Screechy Chargers dethroned Flow Century Brokers Deacons 25-22, 25-16, 25-19. Later on in the men's final, Barbados Junior Pride handed Chargers a 25-21, 25-17, 25-22 drubbing. Pinelands ended a 12-year drought when they beat Lumber Company LSC 65-62 in Saturday's deciding Game 5 of the Cooperators General Insurance Premier League basketball finals. En route to their first league crown since 2002, Ramon Simmons led with 18 points, while finals MVP Jeremy Gill added 13. Junior Moore and Charles Vanderpool both added 11. For the dethroned champs, Keith Burkett had 14 points, while Ian Alexander and Adrian Allman scored 11 apiece. And finally, those attending a suburban Philadelphia high school commencement ceremony this month will see a lot of familiar faces as the school plans to graduate no fewer than 14 pairs of twins. The 2014 graduating class of William Tennant High School includes 5 sets of male twins, 7 sets of male-female twins, and 2 sets of female twins. School principal Dennis Best says he is reminded of it on a daily basis while walking through the hallways and wondering, how did I just walk past the same student twice? And that's Nation News for Monday, June 9th. Do enjoy your day, and remember, you can get your news on our website, nationnews.com, as well as our YouTube channel, Facebook, and Twitter.